Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on 2018 Sunset Trail 253 RB. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration when parking. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for your awning. On your off campsite, beside your slide, also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power plug is going to plug in on your off campsite rear or driver's side of your tow vehicle, back corner. And your water is actually going to plug in right over toward your campsite on the rear as well. So park accordingly so you can use the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. Unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Once you've got this unit level, next thing you do is bring down your stabilizing jacks. Now, one thing to note, under this rubber stopper right here, this hand crank for the stabilizing jacks will actually fit up here and get that up and down should you lose power. As far as your stabilizing jacks, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. They can protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Grab a 4-pack of those, use your 10% off coupon. Now you're only going to run these down just until they're taut. So once you have any type of resistance on your hand crank, as far as you want to go, our unit's already level, we're just stabilizing it. Got your unit level and stable. Hook up your power and water. Big long 30-foot, 30-amp cord. Plugs in here on the back. The way they go in now is they're going at, say, 11 o'clock, turn it to noon, put on your locking washer, and that'll lock that on there for you. Now, at the end of that cord, should you need to plug into a 110 somewhere, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. One more step. Let's find your hot water heater. Right over here on your campsite. Next to your outdoor kitchen is your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, make sure your drain plug's back on there. Get that back on there nice and snug. Once that's on there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After the hose has been on for a few minutes, go inside and open up your slide if you need to. I need you to get in there and open up all of your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through all of those. All the air out of the lines, shut them off. Come back out here, lift up on this pressure release valve right here. If you get water out of here, you know your hot water heater is full, and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping. We're not going to use city water. We're going to go boondocking or dry camping. In that case, we're going to fill up our fresh water tank. Front side of your off campsite is your fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2, on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, put that cap back on, and then whenever you want to use that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to the city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we got all set to camp. Got our power and water hooked up. Go ahead and walk you around the unit, starting here on our off camp side. We got a pass-through storage, stabilizing jack handle, and power tongue jack override crank. There's an outdoor griddle right there. I'll show you where that hooks up on the other side. Again, our fresh water. This slide does have a cover. That's going to help protect that. Every now and then I would get on a ladder and just look up underneath there and make sure no debris is gathered. Back behind the slide is going to be your black and gray tanks. We'll dump those when leaving the campsite. Right there is going to be your low point drains. Power again. Cable. Black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks when leaving the campsite. Here's where that griddle is set with a quick connect LP right there. Spray port hose can quick connect to that. Again, your city water connection. You have an outdoor kitchen over here. That'll pop up here. Have another griddle here, which will just pull right out. You can griddle out here as well. Got lighting. There's your spray port hose. Again, our hot water heater. Set a TV outside. You've got cable and 110 here for that. Access to the back of your fridge. That's for technicians. Your outdoor speakers. A flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. Continuing to our campsite, on your awnings, you do have a pitch adjust. It's raining, you want the rainwater to come this way. Simply pitch that down, that'll send everything one way. Other side of your pass-through storage. Propane does have a cover and a regulator. You can point it toward the tank you wish to be using, or set it in the middle and open them both up. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, coming up beside your unit, first thing I always like to point out is fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of emergency. Coming in our unit, all the way over here to our control panel. We talk about your awning. Here's your awning retract. Before I bring that back in, you only want to run that awning out until you can see that brown bar and that flap is down to 90 degrees. If you hold that down, that will continue to run itself out and run itself out further than it needs to and start to run itself up backwards. So when you run it out, keep an eye on it from over here and only run it out until that flap falls down, or less if you want. That comes the rest of the way back in. I'll show them awning lights working. There they are. And as that retracts, you also have a nice little lock in the middle there. You'll hear it. Slam locks work best when gently slammed. Alright, continuing in the unit here. You got some lights that'll light up here as well. Accent lights for your cabinets. All set for a TV here. Furion sound system. Can run your TV through this when you get it hooked up. Won't pick up a lot of channels indoors here. You do have 2 zones indoors. Shut that off. Now it's just outdoors. Or shut them both off. Or turn them both on. AM, FM, Bluetooth compatible, USB, headphone jacks, nice system. Let's talk about your control panel. Here's where you check your brand new battery. There's a freshwater button, the one I said to hold down when you're checking your, filling your freshwater. Black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump when using that potable water. Turn on your gas heat or your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference, so choose correctly. Interior lights, there's our awning lights and accents up above. Bedroom lights. Slide control, we'll utilize that when closing the unit up. Coming over your North Cold fridge, we'll turn that on here. Here's your modes. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it'll change to gas. Change your mode to just electric or just gas. If that light turns red, the gas is low. Over here is 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest on your fridge. Microwave, sure that working. Up and clear. Light and fan. Above our cooktop here. It's glass top. Makes an excellent backsplash. Turn that to light. Hit your spark. Do that on all three here. Just show them all working. Show them all back off. Pilot light to light for your oven. Down below your oven. Breaker box and fuses. Handful of 15s in there. I'd recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Lighting here. For your kitchen. Coming into our bathroom. 110 with GFCI reset. A little plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on your plumbing. You are bouncing the house down the road. Open up your vent here. Turn that on here. Make sure your shower door is closed for travel. Don't need that bouncing around. Behind your door, your thermostat. Go ahead and turn on the air. The AC cranking up. Yeah, we'll shut the AC off. Oh, circle back all the way back around to off. It usually shuts off rather quickly. There we go. Now we're going to turn our heat on. Heat. That'll crank up down here. There's your heat. Now you notice when I shut the heat off, it does take a couple seconds or minute to cycle through before that fan shuts off. Below here is going to be a 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, always running off your battery. Didn't see a battery disconnect on this unit, so if you do go out boondocking, dry camping, if you're going to be gone for the entire day, you don't want this to run your battery down, disconnect one of your battery posts. Coming into our dinette, more lighting here, accent lighting. This table will lift up, fold down off them bars in the back, fold this leg up underneath, set that right on here, and that with them cushions on top will give you another sleeping quarters. Over here, remove our cushions, lift up in the middle here, towards you. Back forward, and just that quickly, you got another bed. Repeat the process to put it back. Just remember to lift the back up first. Stand in the center does give you better leverage. Holding this down. Velcro back in your cushions. Just say quickly you are back to a sofa. Smoke alarm. Bedroom. There's some storage under here. Lighting does work here. All set for TV, LCD mounting, so your mounting brackets here. Cable and 110 there. It about covers everything on the outside and inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start by going through and shutting off all my lights. Bathroom's off, bathroom vent closed, shower door locked. Come to my control panel, shut off my interior lights, and then I can look around to see what accent lights need shut off. And once I shut off all of our accent lights, I come back to my control panel and turn these lights back on. Make sure nothing's in the way of the slides. I'm going to say doors and drawers. Go through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. On your bedroom doors, make sure you snap these open. Slide in. You see how these utilize every inch, so it's important to have everything closed. Hit our lights here and exit the unit. Fold our steps up from the bottom and in. Lift and turn this door. If you're before you leave the campsite, make sure you lock and deadbolt this door and bring this around there. Now, if we are boondocking, we're going to come around underneath our freshwater side. Off campsite underneath there is our freshwater drain. Go ahead and dump that. Bring up your stabilizing jacks and head to the nearest dump station or head on home. If we're at a campsite, unhook our water, our cable, our power, unhook our hitch, or hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your tires on your off campsite. Got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Park accordingly, hook that up, and the first thing we'll pull is black tank. That's going to be your tank on your left. Pull that black handle. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, head inside, look at your tank. If it looks like it's empty, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, come to this tank flush. Hook that up, again emphasizing with your black handle open. Turn on the hose and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove your hose, make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained, and then close your black tank and pour your gray. Now usually while my grays are draining, I'll go ahead and dump my low point drains. Dump them out there. When them are all done, put your caps back on. When your gray's done, that's going to be cleaner waters. Your sinks and your showers, and that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this sunset trail for many years to come. Happy camping.